everybody. Welcome to ABA Inside Track, the podcast that's like reading in your car, but safer. I'm your host, Robert Perry Cruz, and with me for this fabulous March 2020 preview episode are my fabulous co-hosts, double fabulous. Who are you co-hosts?
I'm Diana.
I am the Ides of March.
It's March 15th, everybody.
Is Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. How are you doing?
I just like...
Jacqueline Caesar.
Jacqueline Caesar.
Well, welcome to our preview episode. Like I said, this is for March 2020.
It's the only thing I know about March, so...
That there's Ides?
That there's Ides.
Technically, there are Ides in every month. It's the 15th of the month.
Is it the 15th or the middle of the month?
Yeah.
Okay.
But both.
Just checking.
So this is our March preview for our ABA Inside Track podcast, which, if you don't know, is a podcast for behavior analysts about behavior analysis and behavior analytic research.
Or anyone that's interested in behavior analysis. You don't have to be a behavior analyst.
That's true. You could just be interested in behavior. But that's our target audience. So,
Sure.
you know, if you listen and you're like, I love... You know, someone said ABA once, someone listened to a podcast, like maybe ours is entertaining enough, but, you know, maybe it's too technical.
True.
Who knows? You know, let us know. We want everyone to listen, certainly, but just fair warning about that. But every week we talk about a topic in behavior analysis. We get some research articles to discuss, and this month is no different than any other month. So we use this preview to give you a chance to find out what articles we'll be talking about, what topics we'll be discussing, if you'd like to read ahead so that you can talk to your radio, I suppose, or phone. However, or email us after the fact, or before the fact, maybe.
All of the facts.
All of the facts. Now, I know those of you who watched previews before know it's usually just like the three of us at a table, but you might notice we've got this little cardboard tree here.
That's not cardboard, it's real.
It's a real tree. It's a bonsai tree. No, it's a little tree because if you didn't know or go, we had our first trivia night at the Ground Effect pub.
So fun.
Brewery, I should say, in Hudson, Mass. We had that just last month, and it was so much fun. And Jackie was you know, that's the theme for the year, is we should keep having as much fun as we can.
Yeah,
so
all the fun.
In the interest of that, I decided, you know what we need to do? I want to keep that play spirit, that spirit of enjoyment and rules and competitiveness, but good-natured competitiveness. So I created a new game. I got some parts from different games I had, and I created a new game. It's called Walden 3. So it's set in the distant future, where animals
the distant
future, in which animals have mutated and become behavior analysts.
Oh my.
And they've created a utopia Walden 3 society based on the principles of behavior. They live under this giant magical tree. And so we're all going to get characters, and we're going to earn points. We can earn little items throughout the episode for being good behavior analysts. And at the end, we'll see who's the winner. So let me give you your characters. All right. So I've got first here. I don't know if you can see this.
Squirrel.
This is the squirrel. This is the data squirrel.
Data squirrel.
Jackie, that's you.
Of course
that's your character.
That's a throwback to episode 17.
Data squirrel.
Ethics and data
gathering all your data, and you hide it away for the winter. Yes. So I've got Dinah. I've got this character for you. This is a little turtle.
Aww.
It's a little turtle. You're slow and steady rate of responding.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, there you go.
And then turtle.
I'm going to be this little otter. Because much like the otter, I'm just adorable.
And you're so playful.
Loves me. So, you know,
and
that's
you're
my
so
gift.
You look cute, but you're ferocious.
Put them on the tree. I will smash.
So we put them here in the middle?
Yeah, put them on the tree. That's where we live.
All right.
Here in Walden 3.
Animals are on the tree.
Animals are on the tree. All right. So we'll be playing. You'll learn the game as we go. It's not too complicated.
Full disclosure, I hate games, but I'm working.
You're gonna love this game.
I'm working at getting better.
Good.
At loving games.
All right. I feel like you're gonna be outnumbered in your family because I know. And your husband's a fan of games. And
everybody loves games except for me.
Your daughter might be a fan of games. You're going to be all left out.
That's fine.
In the cold. But anyway.
Left out to read my book alone.
That's right. Maybe you'll be reading the articles for this month's topic. So why don't we get into what those topics are?
Okay.
So we have 3 more weeks in the month. Therefore, we have 3 topics we'll be discussing.
Cool.
And we actually are very lucky to have 2 episodes with special guests this month.
Ooh.
Usually we try to have at least 1 guest a month. You know, some months we have more, and we're always very, very happy when that happens. It's exciting. So our first topic of discussion is going to be stimulus control transfer. And we are very fortunate to have the chance to talk with Dr. Mary Barbera about this topic.
Neat.
So she's going to be on the show. And we have 2 articles. I have one in paper here, and then I have one on my phone. So I'm going to have to do double duty in looking at these. So our first is going to be Using Transfer Procedures to Teach Tacts to a Child with Autism. And that's by Barbera and Kubina from the Analysis of Verbal Behavior, 2005. Now, I probably should have said at the top, in case you did not know Dr. Barbera, she wrote a book all about teaching using the verbal behavior. The Verbal Behavior Approach is the name of the book. It's a pretty well-known book. So if you haven't heard of her name before, I don't know how that happened, but it could be. And that's we're not reading that book, but that's the topic she's very interested in. We'll also be reading Assessing Transfer of Stimulus Control Procedures Across Learners with Autism by Bloh from the Analysis of Verbal Behavior, 2008. Little follow-up study. So that is the first
exciting.
First topic for the month.
I'm excited about that
because
one.
I did such a great job discussing behavior analytic research, I earned a pearl. I'm going to put this in my little play area here. I earned a special pearl of wisdom.
I want a pearl.
Well, okay. Well, I'll give you a chance. It's your turn. So why don't you talk about our next topic for the month? For your turn.
All right, I can certainly do that. So our next topic for the month is pretty exciting as well. We also happen to have not one but two guests for this episode, and the topic is on making healthful choices. And we were really excited to have the guys from the Behavior Chef team join us. So that's Clint Evans and Tony Chambers. And we had three articles that we are going to discuss about making healthful choices, and they are as follows. Internet-based contingency management to promote abstinence from cigarette smoking, a feasibility study. That's by Meredith, Grabensky, and Dallery in Drug and Alcohol Dependence from 2011. We're also going to talk about internet-based contingency management increases walking in sedentary adults. That's one of those titles where they give away the answer in the title. But nonetheless, it sounds interesting. So that's by Curti and Dallery. That's from JABA 2013. And then finally, this one really relates pretty closely to what the Behavior Chef team is all about. An article titled Healthy Eating, Approaching the Selection, Preparation, and Consumption of Healthy Food as Choice Behavior. And that's by Rayfaz in Perspectives on Behavior Science, hot off the presses, 2019.
That one sounds so fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's super good. So that's exciting.
Good job. So Diana, you did a nice job. You talked about behavior analytic research. So you also earn one pearl of wisdom.
Oh my goodness!
If you want, you can trade it in for twigs.
It looks
or
delicious.
for a mouse fort, but I would hang on to it for now.
I'm going to keep it
you might
in
want to
pearl
save
form.
It. Okay, good
Thank
idea.
you.
That's a good idea. All right, Jackie, it's your turn.
Oh, good.
All
I was
right?
like, I'm the only one without a pearl.
No, here you go. So we'll be talking, our last topic is going to be all about masked trials versus other types of trials, interspersed trials, distributed trials. So we'll be reading articles all about that. So Jackie, do you want to share which ones they'll be?
I would love to. So we are going to first read a article by Hendrickson, Rapp, and Ashbeck called Teaching with Mass versus Interspersed Trials, Effects on Acquisition, Maintenance, and Problem Behavior. That is in Behavioral Interventions. Then we'll be delving into an article by Hack, Kodiak, Kurtz Nelson, Porritt, Rush, and Caravo, and that is entitled Comparing the Effects of Masked and Distributed Practice on Skill Acquisition for Children with Autism in Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis. Finally,
Penultimately,
there's only two.
Wait, no. Oh, no. That's it.
That's all, just two. I have a lot because I'm a newscaster.
There's a third one in there.
This just in, we have a third article. So this one is by Magdalene, Wilder, Grief, Matheson, and Sani, and it is entitled Comparing Mass Trial Instruction, Distributed Trial Instruction, and Task Interspersal. They went one step further to teach tacts to children with autism spectrum disorder, and that is located in the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Jackie, that was pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty
You
good.
just
Pretty
got there. We
good.
give you your pearl.
Thank
your pearl
you.
of knowledge.
Can
There
I
you
give my
go.
pearl to my turtle?
Yeah, you can put them up with
Okay,
your
I'm going to
turtle.
put it with my... Oh,
Oh,
I got
you
it.
lose it though. Unfortunately.
No.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
It's
It was
okay.
saved.
no. Okay. By Kindly Squirrel.
My squirrel's
All right. Oh, God.
All right. No, you've lost it now. You're not good at this game, Diana.
Oh, there's no... Okay.
What do you mean? There's
Okay.
no what? If you put it in the empty
The
space.
rules of this game, Rob, are just
I mean, there
confusing
wasn't
me.
a rule so much as just basic physics of where to put objects,
Okay.
but
Okay.
in any case. All right. So those are our topics for the month. So let's talk about some other stuff. Let's go. What else is going on in the world, huh?
We are going to some conferences.
Oh, we are?
Yep.
That's the first I'm hearing of it. No.
Yep.
Where are we going?
We are going to Tex ABA in April, which will be really exciting.
Yeah.
In San Antonio.
In San Antonio, we're going to walk the Riverwalk, wave at people on the other side of the river. We're going to be talking about early intervention.
Yeah.
Yep.
There.
It's April 23rd through 25th.
It's going to be super fun and hot. Can't wait to sunburn. So that'll be fun.
Yeah,
That's
hopefully we'll see
cool.
some folks there.
Yeah.
We going anywhere else?
Not in the month of April.
That's right. No. Trick question.
Or March.
Well, we're in April. We're going.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right? Yes.
Mhm.
So, no, but there is something else special about March.
Oh. What?
What is it?
Doodle, doodle, doodle.
I'm going to give you a hint. 1, 2, 3,
Daylight savings.
4. No, 4. It's our 4-year anniversary.
Oh,
Daylight savings.
that's right. It
nice
is.
try.
Yay!
It's our 4-year anniversary. Can you guys believe that we've
we
been doing this show
No.
together for 4 years?
We should go out on a date, all of us,
Oh, an
and
anniversary
celebrate
day?
our anniversary.
And I remember
Yeah,
we
you
used
know.
to do this show back in the day. We'd have our one microphone around the table and we sort of huddle around it. And
Yeah.
it was pretty good. It's pretty good. But now we've got our fancy 3 microphones
Oh, it's
set
so
up.
fancy,
We got
guys.
fake
Yeah.
trees.
So
all sorts
fancy.
of great stuff going on there.
Mostly, I think it's just a nice opportunity to thank our listeners for listening to our show for 4 years.
And to see this
it's pretty
beautiful,
awesome.
and to watch this beautiful backdrop every month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great backdrop.
But we couldn't do this
So
without anyone listening to the show. So thank you for listening.
Yes.
And it's been a blast. And we love interacting with you guys. Keep emailing us, please,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with thoughts and topics and to just say hi.
Yeah. And it's been 4 years of doing episodes. They are always fun to do. I know we've learned a lot over these 4 years in many different ways and areas outside of just reading the research that we're discussing every week. I know one of the things that we've always been very excited about is being able to share information and help with the dissemination of behavior analysis and research related to behavior analysis. So yes, thank you very much for listening, and
Yeah.
we'll continue to do so. I know Diana, you wanted to bring up the fact that we'll be continuing on with doing our episodes for CEs and they're free.
yes. Sure.
That comes up. Sometimes people come up, they say, oh, can I get CEs for listening to your podcast? And yes, you can. However, the podcast is meant to be a free service for all. So if you just want to listen and get information, that is never going to cost a dime. We're not locking episodes behind a paywall or anything. You just download them every week and you get the information that you want to hear about, all the guests, everything, all that great stuff.
Yes. So sometimes people will order a CE before listening, thinking that they have to order it in order to access it. So then they will just put in not any code words in there, and then I need to email them to get the code words after they listen. So if you look on our website, there is a handy dandy infographic, which Rob will put here.
I should put it right over your face.
Right over my face. So anyone who has questions about it can look there. But I know probably if you're listening to this preview episode, you've probably figured out how to get CEs, I'm
Right.
guessing, but maybe not. But if you guys could do us a favor and spread the word to your friends when you tell them about the show, tell them they can listen for free. It's only after they listen, if they decide they want to order a CE, that then they need to enter in the code words. So
Yeah.
spread the word for us and help. I know it's a different system than some other podcasts use or other CE formats use. So
That's just how we learned to do ours.
that is how we decided to do it. Yes. So it's a little bit
The long
different.
story is we just didn't know how to do it differently. So that's the system we made up.
I think it works.
We've done it so long now that it's too hard to change.
But that's how it is. Free to listen always.
Yep. Beautiful. All right. You guys ready to move into the next section of the show?
I am.
Sure.
All right. So the next section of our show is errata. It's a section of the show where people, if people have written in with corrections or thoughts or any sort of a feedback, we bring that up here. And so, Diana, or who wants to be? I'll give one to each. This is the errata. So here you go. You
Oh
got
my God,
one,
it's a little rat.
and you've got another one, Jackie. There you go. So you can put them on the top of the tree, though.
Oh my goodness.
This is the section of the show where we have the top of the tree. All right.
2 little rats. I'm going to have them look at each other.
And then here I saved.
Well, isn't that adorable?
We're trying to cut down how many computers we have on the table. So whoever wants to go first, here you go.
These are emails,
Yes.
right? Great. So we had a listener write in to us, Michelle. Hi, Michelle, to let us know that there are some portions of episode 107, which is executive functioning, that I think is towards the end that the audio cuts out a little bit. And we thank you for letting us know. We did realize that happened after the episode was recorded with our guest, and we didn't want to lose the content of that episode, so there are a couple places in which it is difficult to discern what's going on, so a few words are missing in there, but it gets better, so if you just hang in there for a few minutes, that will subside. So we do apologize for that. We just didn't want to leave it out and lose part of that conversation with Adele. So that's the story there. Did you have other follow-up on that, Rob?
So one of the things that I know we find very funny after doing this for 4 years is when we first started the show, we weren't really sure sort of how long we do it, how many topics. We did, fewer episodes per month. And so it kind of was just everything. Like I started doing a lot of the jobs around the show, and then it became more and more responsibility. So we started each taking on more and more roles and more responsibility. And one of the things that I think we mentioned a preview or two ago is that we actually were able to get an editor, Daniel Thabit of Liquid Studios podcast editing, which has been a huge help, because for situations like that, I really don't know that much about audio editing after all these years. I can kind of make it louder, and I cut out long pauses or if we make a mistake, but it's nice to have someone who actually has a background in audio, audio engineering and audio knowledge to help out with the situations, because I know that was one where I would not have been able to do anything. I know he was very helpful in keeping that audio moving along, so we were able to keep the majority of the content, which is nice, because we always have that fear after all these years of what if the audio is bad? Then that's all then the episode's scrapped, or we're just going to throw it out there and hope for the best. So we're very, very, very happy that we're been doing this long enough that we were able to make that connection. So Daniel, thank you so much for all your help. Frees me up a lot of time as well, because audio editing is very hard. It takes a long time. Mm-hmm. Long time.
Okay, I'll do one more then.
All right, and that was a good email. Hold on. Because you sent in a good errata, I'm going to give you...
Who's Michelle?
It was Michelle. Michelle, you get 2 orange gems.
Oh my goodness.
There you go, right there.
That's so special.
You didn't even know you were playing this game.
Is she like ahead of us now?
Yeah.
I mean,
she's
maybe.
Got 2 things.
She's winning.
She's doing pretty good. She's doing pretty good.
I just have a pearl of wisdom and a rat.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, I'm going to read you guys one more email. This is from listener Kenzia. Hi, Kenzia. She said that she loved the episode on practical functional assessment, which is our episode 110 with Adityan Rajaraman. I think we've titled it ISCA, but sometimes it goes by practical functional assessment. So she just wanted to let us know that she thought he was a great presenter. Mm-hmm. So that's very awesome feedback for you, D2. He was awesome. And she liked that we got into some of the challenges associated with physical prompting, escape extinction, and thought that was a good conversation. She also said she liked how we brought up our experience as behavior analysts, but stayed on track with minimal unrelated tangents.
We're working on it.
Point taken. Thank you for that. But she said she loved the show and just wanted to write in, and we really appreciate it so much. Kenzia, thanks for taking the time to do so.
Okay, Kenzia, so you thank you for your feedback and thank you for the praise. I'm going to give you 3 berries, 2 for us.
Wow,
and then,
she got
and then
3.
1 for Dr. Roger Raman. You get a bonus. A bonus of a berry. Oh, the berries. Oh no! By the rules of the tree. No, I'm moving the berry back here. That's Kench's berry. You can't have that.
Okay.
All right, and I have our last email. And our last email is from Bree. And Bree is wondering if we have done a podcast or are planning on doing a podcast on dating and sex for those on the autism spectrum. Or do we have any references that we would recommend? She's working with some teens that are starting to show interest in these topics. And so she's trying to learn all she can. And we did do a bonus episode with Catherine McLaughlin, and this is one of her specialties. So you can listen there and get more info. So that's in the bonus section on our page. And you could also join or follow the Sexual Behavior Research and Practice SIG through ABAI to get a lot of information there, because they do have a lot of good resources.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's a great topic, so I'd love to
so thanks, Bree.
That was Bree. So Bree, I'm going to give you... This is the porcupine statue. Jackie, can you put that on the other side of the
because it's a prickly topic.
Because it's good when people send us an email for something that sticks in our mind, reminds us something we need to do. So you get the porcupine.
Okay.
Good job. You can have here, Jackie, why don't you put that on? I'm going to
she gets
give you a gem as well. Good job.
You get a porcupine and a
The
And a
rules of this
gem.
game are still elusive
It's
to me.
pretty straightforward. I don't know what. Like it
Okay.
ain't shoots and ladders, but I mean it's not that hard.
Does one berry equal one gem, or maybe?
I'll show you the rule book later. It's,
Okay.
Sure.
It's we don't have time right now because
Okay, I
we got to wrap
Okay,
up. We got to wrap. These previews aren't supposed to be that long. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for listening or watching this on YouTube. If you want to hear more ABA Inside Track, you can subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere you can get your podcasts. You can also find these previews as well as all of our full-length episodes on our YouTube page. You can find us on social media everywhere. Please reach out to us anywhere you like. You can either post comments on our website, abainsidetrack.com, where we also have links to the articles that we'll be discussing and a place if you'd like to purchase CEs. And you can find us on other social media sites, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram. We're always there, so please reach out any of those places, as well as feeling free to email us at abainsidetrack@gmail.com. Any other? Oh, and thank yous, of course. We need thank yous to, as I said, Daniel Thabit, our editor, to Dr. Jim Carr for playing our intro and outro music.
So
and,
cool.
Yeah, Kyle Sturry for our interstitial music, which
Also super cool.
yes, you don't get to hear on the previews. You only get to hear them on the
Yeah.
full-length episode.
Mhm.
And then also to Hollis Irvin at Sycamore Workshop for all of our visual design.
And I would just add, if you are interested in playing Walden 3, this is actually a game called Everdell, if you think that this is super cute and want to.
If you're just like, I
If you
want a
wanna-
tree, where would I get such a thing? I mean, outside.
Just so you know.
Yes.
Someone might want to know.
I mean, it's a prototype. I haven't kickstarted
course,
the full
of
game
course.
yet. It takes some time.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Right now,
So-
we're just borrowing parts.
Yeah, so before we end, though, I'm sure you all want to know who won the game. And you all did very well.
it's
But I got the Bridge of Knowledge. That's
Oh,
worth
what?
20 points. So I win.
This is how it actually is to
you
play
know.
a game with Rob.
It's too bad, you guys. Try again next time. Oh, well.
Actually, this is how I always
This
play
is pretty
games.
much, yeah.
Losing.
How it goes.
So that's so but we all had fun, and that's what's
Sure.
important. The
Well,
friends
Rob
we
had the
made
most
along the
fun,
way
and that's
was
what
really,
matters.
really what we won. And I won the most, so
Yep.
that's what matters the
Yep.
most. Anyway, we'll see you all next week for a full-length episode of ABA Inside Track. But until then, keep responding. Bye.
Bye.